right. If loving you is wrong, fans, I recorded the who will die in the season finale, well, series finale. It's a bigger video, but I just wanted to kind of touch base on a couple of individual potential deaths just because I've been giving it extra thought. And do you think Eddie is going to die in the series finale? And guys, I know it's subjective when it comes to these kind of videos, but let's try to not say, yeah, I want him to, but let's just think, will he die in the series finale? Because of the fact that in the trailer, the most convincing scene to me is when we have Esperanza and Eddie going back and forth, and then you have Natalie, Lucian, Steven, and like I said before in other videos, I believe like they're FBI, basically law enforcement. I feel like there's going to be some form of law enforcement. Well, then again, Steven and was saying it's an FBI situation now, and Lucian's involved. So, and he also said Lamont, who I was pointing out to me that he did appear in another episode. The feds are probably going to come and look all over Esperanza's house for evidence and whatnot. So it makes sense that there are other people around searching the house for any kind of clues or hints as to where Mika might be. And the two go back and forth. And, early in the preview, you have Esperanza telling Natalie, "There's something that happened to my girl, then I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't take it." And then you have Eddie and Esperanza going back and forth. Eddie saying like, "You're the one that did this. You're the one that made our daughter crazy." And I'm like, what do you mean? Because you're the one who was just filling her head with all those negative things about her mother and Steven. And then it looks like, Esperanza is being held back by Lucian and Steven, and also you have Natalie being kind of like cradled by Lucian, and she's making a shocked face. So somebody either gets hit, somebody either gets shot. And if you go back to the trailer, there's a scene where Larry's telling Mandy that he wants it done and he wants it bloody, basically telling Mandy to focus and take care of it. Now I'm thinking that that's in reference to Eddie, because I doubt that, I don't want to say I doubt, but I don't think it's as likely that Larry would be referring to Ian. You could make the argument that Larry's like, you know what, Ian's a traitor, kill him. But I think that Larry's wrath is definitely more focused on Eddie right now. So that's probably why he's saying like, I'm in this condition. Make sure you do this and this, hit up this person and kill Eddie. So I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. So what if Eddie gets shot, through the window or something like that outside of Esperanza or inside Esperanza's house? Like, there's a drive-by and they focus on Eddie, he gets shot, and then that's why Esperanza is pulled back. Or you could make the argument that Eddie takes his own life, like he just loses his mind, because we've seen Eddie vulnerable a handful of times, a very few amount of times, but a handful of times where he's been crying, usually because he's high or whatever. But in this situation, this is a little girl. And I definitely think that she's dead based off the beginning of the last episode, because Larry was the one that was on the phone saying, do it now. And it would make no sense whatsoever if, with all the time that has passed by in the show's timeline, even though it's probably only been an hour or so, that Mika's still alive. So the news probably breaks that she is dead, and then Eddie just has a breakdown. That's my guess. And he shoots himself. Or somehow, some way, Mandy has it arranged and then Eddie is killed. That's what I think. I think Eddie might die. But then again, the synopsis is Eddie's poor decision cost the lives of others, meaning that other people will die due to Eddie's actions. But Eddie himself might die too. So I'm just saying that's a possibility, if you ask me. So with that being said, do you think Eddie himself will die in the series finale because he finds out about his daughter being killed and then has a breakdown? But that's kind of weird that he would have a breakdown like that instead of killing or finishing the job he started with Larry. Or Esperanza, gets upset and decides to do it herself because she's mad at Eddie. But I don't think so. I think that I really think it's a matter of Eddie being killed either by himself or by somebody that was sent by Mandy. So, and then maybe that explains why Rick and Steven go to see Larry and Mandy in the hospital, because they got intel or evidence about the kidnapping or something along those lines. I don't know for sure, but either way, it's going to be interesting to say the least. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let's try to get to 75 likes. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. If you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App, or you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month.